Oh, yes, of course. I'll do that. I even brought pictures of them.
And he say, almost show I'm link up. I'm free.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
So show.
Yeah,
but the UK or their own call bill.
Oh, well, I can't work there. I mean, I've come on pension.
For me, about SVTV Africa. So, about the social issues, entertainment and sports. SVTV Africa. And so, I feel when you have a channel, so I'm more about videos in the door so far. So, I buy a show. So, the numbers the screen is so nobody me WhatsApp me and I send a voice note. Me responding to you. Program we're open to all. Any idea Ejiska issues, social issues. That's another kind of BBR life experience near there. In some way, you should be free. So, what I say, obeti abejo o ta share so na reframe un subscribe here so tap subscribe na recommend ma onyan for na bejo ne ye fa bi DJ nyame ene ya papa ba kwa be kan sa wa ase ya studio intene studio 1 obe share story kakra nyame bi ekoso ne ade na o UK ne ade e de na ma obe pi wo Ghana ne ade ni nyina unsam ye ba be kan sem no asem bi ya say nyina no ye hwese na be ya ye de adwen be ba e bitimi aboa etie wi a se moa bi wa na ahwe se na ebe bitimi aboa no SVTV Africa Connect show we just number there bosu eja mo akwa aba SVTV Africa so boko there
yeah boko
udini here what's your name
Richmond Quarty
yeah who you there ni
Ukraine
Ganyo Jibo
Ganyo
oh nice one Ukraine eja aha there yen there boko first of all no me bisa me person go straight to the matter. Boy amane una.
Oh, okay. My case is just straightforward. I was studying in Legon as a Greek student. But in the first year, Kutu, there was a coup around 1970s.
1970s.
Yeah, there was a coup. So Legon student, we have to come home. You know, so when I was home, a friend of mine is from Kumasi. He came to me at home and said, look, because the schools are closed, he's got some opportunity to go outside. So if I know the scholarship secretariat, I can take him to this so that he go and make. So yeah, I took him to the scholarship because I'm in Accra and he's from Kumasi, so he didn't know the place. So I took him to the scholarship secretariat. I think he has someone contact he was going to see. So I was sitting at the reception but then there was a table there like that at the reception. There was some pieces of notes on them, leaflets. So I picked one. Then I read it, so scholarship to Britain for fishery science. I just filled it. So when my friend finished and came out, I just left like this, there was nobody, I left it on the table. A week later, they called me that I've got a scholarship. So wow, because that time too, the schools are closed. At some point in time, they've made distance. So I just sold everything and I put it into their box. Truly, the thing followed up, and then I was given the setup. They've given me the scholarship. They gave me the time and everything that I would be going. So that was it, how I got to go to Britain.
Okay, okay. So you got a scholarship?
Yes,
okay.
To do fisheries.
That was 19 what?
That was 78.
1978. Yeah. You left Ghana 1978?
Yeah,
okay.
About 78.
Okay, so let's talk about Britain, when you got there.
Yeah, well, as a student, when you go there, the Ghana student outfit, there's a student body there within the ministry of the embassy. So they will take care of you. So as soon as they come and collect you from the airport, take you to a hostel that is owned by Ghana. You know, then you can sleep there, and then you eat there as well. So you stay there till all your papers for the university is ready. And then when the schools open, then you can go and then you start your course.
So let's say after school, what happened?
So
after the whole program?
After the whole program.
You got a job there or you came back?
Yeah, I was working. I had a very good job because of procurement. And there was a hospital. In fact, the first job I got was in a hospital, a private one, called Humana Hospital, Wellington.
That's where in UK?
It was in Lord's, near Lord's Cricket Ground. In fact, this is the cricket ground, that is this hospital. I work as a, first I went in, I just went there to get some money because we were on vacation. So I just got some money to buy clothes and this thing. But then I was working in that place for some time. The domestic office was manned by a French woman. One time she called me and said, "Richmond, who are you?" I was thinking about it. What do you mean, who am I? I'm a student. He said, "No, but who really are you?" So I told her, "Look, I came here to do fishery science. I finished. I'm doing some part-time job to get some money to go home." And I said, "Okay, don't do this job. I'll give you one of our jobs." So she took me from there to put me in a domestic service area. So that meant that place, you just clean the hospital, where it was a hospital, private hospital. Very rich people, only rich people come there. That hospital was Humana Hospital. It's an American hospital in Britain. So you see, the Americans are always ahead of the Europeans in most things. So their hospital system has been organized in a way which is so effective. You know, they call it restock. So this thing happened when I saw this advert for this restock system, and I applied. No, this got me. But that was so good. Yeah, so I was working there, you know, and then I found this lady, Ghanaian lady. So I just hooked on to her and we were living together. But I just bought one of those houses. Instead of paying rent to somebody, I just mortgage it so that I can pay monthly and the house is mine. So I was living. I met this Ghanaian girl, and then she started hooked on to me. But then I was staying in my place. She also has a council house, so I see her once in a while. And until at one time she said, "Oh, she doesn't want me to live separately from her, so I come to her place." In fact, at that time, it wasn't a rented place anymore because I started paying mortgage for it so that it actually could become my house. So I went to her place. Why I did that is because at one stage I didn't want the immigration, because I know I've overstayed my distance, so I didn't want to get too involved with things. This Ghanaian girl that I had has a problem. She came to Britain to come and help her auntie to look after a child, so that after the child is grown enough and she can go back to Ghana. When I saw her, she looks at my circumstances. She thought, because that time I mortgaged a house and I'm working well, she thought that I'm a citizen. So she started asking for me to marry her. So I was with her. In fact, we have 2 boys in that period, and the pressure to marry her was too strong then. In fact, I didn't want to marry her because I know myself, I haven't asked for papers. So that if you think because I'm working in a high place and I have money, and so if you marry me, you get, I don't want to lie to her. You know, so I told her that I don't have that sort of, because in fact, when I was going, my intention was not to stay there. My intention really was to qualify for the post I did and then bring it home. You know, but I don't know, circumstances changed somewhere, and then later on I thought I started changing my mind. You know, and that is where I got mixed up. So she started having pressure on me to marry her because she thought I happy. I keep telling her I don't, and she didn't believe it. What she did was one day she asked me that she wanted to buy something from those catalog people, you know, and so I should give her my card, you know, insurance card or driving license card. So I didn't think too deeply into that. I gave her my insurance card. I think as soon as I left for work, she did a traffic offense deliberately. Because when I told her that I don't have papers, she didn't believe me. Because the work I was doing, it is in the government. Most of the Ghanaians are cleaning. You know, I used to sit with white people in the same office. and you tell him that you don't have papers. So when you go, then the police came and said, oh, why is she parked there? Then she started blasting and then they asked her for her card, whatever, her identity. She went in and picked mine and gave it to the policeman. Said, but this is a man's decision. What is yours? Said, it's my husband. So after the incident, I think the policeman went to the police station and then logged in, and then my name came and read that this man is being here, but I think he's overstayed. So that was it. I mean, I was at home when she was arrested. So the next morning, I was just going to work, and then I heard a knock. It was the police, and they started asking me how I came to Britain and all that, and I explained everything. You know. So what happened is that I realized that I have to leave where I was staying, because now that they've seen where I'm not safe. So I left where I rented and went to the woman, the one who has now betrayed me, to a council house. But because they have children, even if they don't have papers, they don't worry them too much. So the council provided them with accommodation and all that. So I went there, and I rented my house to some Nigerians, I think. Yeah. So I was staying there till now. The police finally came on me that overstayed my welcome. I contacted the area MP, so firebrand, they call Tony Banks. So he was the MP for the area, and he took the case, because at that time I have stayed enough time to maybe be allowed to stay. The police that came to me was the blonde-eyed ones. Blonde hair, blue eyes. They are more satanic than any white man. That guy pursued me to the end. So it is true that about 2 years later, then I had to come home. So I left the children and all that. By that time, I have 2 issues with the 2 boys.
Enyama bi wa menti ase papa. Oko no a kan ase ukotena ho from 79. In 79 na ukotena oko school we nya ejuma no. Ani na uni paper.
Okay. Immediately I was there. Whilst I was in the studying, that one I had paper. But after the studies.
Okay, after the studies.
You know, because after I said we are supposed to come home.
Okay, no be so bafi. Nti uni enyama na wo ye ejuma no. Ade ba kwa na menti ase se ene wo ye den na utimika ase ene wo nya mortgage. So uni nyama.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, it all depends on how you hold yourself. You know, because as I was saying, I was working in a place with high profile. You know, so and if you go into a bank also with a coat and tie and things like that, they don't think about asking those things, because they think because you told them you work here and here, and they think unless something has happened.
Na mi bo na e ba no sa utimi nya bank account. So uni
I had everything. I had bank account, credit cards, everything. Because no, the thing is, what you worry? Because I went in legally. So because I went in legally, I'm entitled to everything.
Okay.
It's only those who don't enter legally, they have problem with exposing themselves. But once you are legally there, you know, because for the 4 years of my course, I was free to move.
Okay. It's uye ejuma from how long? Year bang to year bang?
Oh, okay, let me see. When I finished my course, 83.
83.
Yeah, and from there I started working. Yeah.
It's okay, but me and Oba Ghana, how many years in?
Oh, I came here in 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
Okay. 2009, I will buy. Me share time I would year juma wo from 83 to the bay.
Okay. Until the time I was deported.
From 83 to 2009, I will buy.
Yeah.
Now qualify for uye juma nkasa. Now qualify for some memo enyama nkrata ni ade.
Okay, you know, sometimes when you go to Britain, you are a British well, someone that the British have ruled, like you speak the English well. Yeah, you are not, they don't really come on you aside, you know, because I came in legally. I didn't go in illegally. I went in with papers and everything, and assurance I was coming to do a course, you know. And usually, when you study there and you are very good, they even try to keep you, you know.
And I mean, to be honest, how? So what now for over from 83 to 2009? Sir, unkra or hodokran, over 5 years of Benyan Crata.
That was the key, you know. It wasn't my intention, you know, because I didn't go there with the intention to stay, and I think.
Now one called to stay, but say uche or
me chair.
It was how you Juma can no aba fee.
No, I say that lack of planning on my part by not planning to stay there was my major big shortfall, you know, because I was my mind is in twist, you know, it's just whether to stay or not.
And from 79 now about 78 now returning 79 up to 2009 now umba fieda.
No.
Before because now papa mo who ebusia.
Oh yeah, before mbako no me papa mo ya ba me obusia, yes.
Oh ni anu mo
yeah, me mama cry.
Oh mama mo nti na umba fie no na say untimi mba fie na unko baka na. Because that time na we ejuma na papers na ewu na say untimi mba Ghana.
Okay, in terms of country say you call year later we went to Ghana. So that was the last time I saw my parents.
It's also returning in 79.
Oh, yeah.
From 79 to 2009, one back.
No, I didn't. Because I got that work, I sort of felt constrained to just keep working, you know.
Na mibo, ejuma na oye ni etua okano. O se numa bi na orkoje mortgage se odi etua. Ba o kan bibi so se o shia Ghana ni woman no. O ka che o se ja o mortgage no na brand in chain.
Say me free baby I'm eating and I'm buying home, yeah.
No, wo wo fie e na wo hia no. E no ka che o se fi wo fie o na brand ni fie o. E den me pese me ti ase den ti na wo dan a wo ato a wo tua ka no. Ono oba ne mo e so brand chain no. E gen adwen be no se tu fi wo fie o na brand ni fie.
Okay, that much there. I can't speak to it with conviction that
because who can be say oba no so no oba so obehwe obi o say obehwe
obehwe ni sister be ma
inti no ni sister mo neti.
No, at that time she has left the sister and she's living on her own in the council flat.
Inti ada no betena wo nchen wa wo di wo fi.
Okay, at first I was given that house to rent, you know, but later on I felt that I can mortgage it, because if you want it, you can mortgage, so you stop paying rent and then it becomes yours, you know. But she was already settled in her council before I came. So when I saw her, she was already in the council flat. And most people, when they have their council, they don't want to leave.
But no worry, Uniba.
No, 2 boys.
Okay, no worry. No 2 boys that are.
The boy,
oh, and son of Ushano.
Yeah.
It's no council.
Yeah.
If they Ushano and Ebanis and I'll say, of which old himself on Yaman and worry.
Yeah, of course. The way she saw me, she felt that I should marry her and then she could be mine. You know, so that whatever I have, then she can share with me. Before.
Only Nancy for how long?
Just around 4 years.
4 years. And also only
yeah, the guys there, they came to, in fact, one cry, it was the gap between them is very short.
The firstborn, only firstborn is here with the best thing.
Well, actually, so if I say it might be 92, yes, 92, 1992.
1992.
Yeah.
1992 now. 1992 no. And second one as well.
Oh, there was only a year between them.
Tobacco in 1993. Wow. Now, Bano, I was sharing now in Nante Cobano.
Okay, yeah, she has some relationship in London, which we used to meet for parties and things like that. So I saw some of them.
Nti oka say be ye no ho ade no. Na oka say mo nware no. Mo ware wo abusuan ware anansa mo ye ne say.
Well, in fact, I don't think I didn't do it, you know.
One ware no.
No, couldn't marry her because it wasn't. I have to study her very well before I do that.
No, matu nti ono so ni de ne kan wa 4.
Yeah.
So matu de da na
yeah.
wo so be sia.
But ne matu no owo mu Ghana.
Ne matu no wo mu Ghana.
But then owo before me share no one boy, they were Marcus. You know, another boy be there.
Hey. I say mo serious.
Very serious.
Ono no ne o matu wo Ghana dada. And ono obi so awo ho. Ansa na wo share o. And na wo so ni na wo 2.
Yeah.
Nti ono oba no wo ma 5. Nyina.
Yeah.
Wow. And matu no ne wo no na wo 2 omudi.
Yeah.
Nti mo 2 omudi in hospital and somebody was system.
Yeah, of course. That year when the children have to be born in the hospital and they have to be documented. Then
also
yeah.
Now a band say o say police for no too free ho no. Ejuma no jae. O too free tell police for the say
no, man jai.
Njoma mba ejuma musa ma hu say hana o.
No, in fact they knew they got to know my workplace. But then even my office people, they got involved. They tried to take me out of the problem. You know, but then you know it wasn't easy.
O mba ho na ebia woni nkrata kra say man o man timi cover o na o man na wawo mo no say nkrata ntimi cover o because we are citizen.
Yeah, they are citizen.
You know, ntimi cover. Also what throw din so system mana. Oh
yeah, system it was my name that I work with. I didn't change my name.
Nti I don't know ntimi cover man ntimi cover so we nkrata.
Well, at that stage you know I don't know it must be the immigration officers, you know, who then actually play that part. Whether they want you to stay or not, they can be very confrontational. In fact, I have to admit that some of them are very racist. And the one that I got was a real racist. He was the one with Hitler clones, blue-eyed guy, blonde hair.
Na mi bo oba no so oba na nkola na ono obo we no e from saying
Emmanuel and Joseph.
Emmanuel Dane
Quote.
Emmanuel Quote and Joseph Quote.
Yeah.
Enti omo di nkwan di be sen ansa na sa issue e ba.
In fact, if I should give you the picture, they were quite young. Probably 2 years and 3 years.
2 years and 3 years. Na sa you see here.
Yeah.
Enti nkola na mo nsheda ni mu.
Oh, that almost 90. It's almost him in a way.
Oh, 2-3 years. There's almost
almost but still.
Banu no. Oye juma no ye den. Oba no.
No ye juma bia.
Ono nye juma. Eti una ukoye juma ba.
Yeah. Me my no bani mom. Say only say accuse me of womanizing, but that is about.
Now you womanizing.
Oh well, before me who no me girl.
Oh, girl back when I girls.
Girls. They're Britain, they all have girls no how.
Now you're massem. Now you're massem. No, you're
massem. I'm funny.
You know, pet in massem now, you know. Eh?
Oh, no Monday, say me any openly. And
and then a bit me, I didn't be a maybe, a bit me, and then it's me bar. About in our womb, and manage and ye. But per se, you know, Buffy. I mean, to one I say. Well, or per se, your tuna. So take you a responsible and colony, they only know now, or per se, I buy chocolate money and Buffy, a brown year she.
Okay, in myself, I was baffled by that question. Yes. That's what I asked myself. I can't change that.
And it's not himself wallpaper. One can't just only wallpaper.
Yeah.
And it's not some wine. And I wine.
If I say I married her, it was just a gimmick. It was just No, my one I really.
It is any so no.
Say if you say almost yeah say like a feed here.
Feed.
So that
feed we any say
oh yeah well.
Okay, it finally no only you know about fee. You know about 2009. Then Obana catch you on the Kasa.
No, in fact, in my situation, I wasn't in the mood to talk to her. I mean, after what has happened, what else do I have to talk to her about?
No, me bo, no Obana fro. Why no Obana make the attempt?
Yeah, she had made the attempt.
So,
because a year later, after a year of me staying in Ghana, she brought the children all to Ghana to her parents' house in Carnation, North Carnation. Yeah, so I met the kids there.
No, catch us about Ghana to Bravo, and I know about.
Yeah. I got to know that. She's bringing the children there, so I went there.
Tuition and Saturday or buy and or today.
Well, in fact, I wasn't in the mood to have too much sort of dialogue with her. No.
Is it like who blame you about say deliberate and now say mistake now about now say you say no person?
Well, as for deliberate, yeah, it was deliberate, and so the thing is that the thing is done. So what do I have to talk about it again?
But I don't know mass. I want country because I'm
Of course, well, on Korea I dealt with them. I went to them, and but then the woman there, I have nothing.
Sisi an in Kolana ni. Now share a year okana. Kolana bit me over 30 now okana.
Yeah, now they're distributing. Yeah.
In Kolana ni. It's almost 30 now okana. And Kolana, when was the last time on your mukasa?
The last time I spoke to them was in 2000. Yeah, by that time I went to Holland. I went to Holland on a program. And
the
so
year 2000?
Yeah.
The year 2000 to now, how many years, Kurani?
Well, we are in 2020 something.
So it's about 22 years.
Yeah. So in fact, the thing, once I was able to contact the children. The woman changed the lines.
Mommy, but what's the way? Obano, Bagana, no, or my own Colano. When in Colani, nice, I say, but who now free say, we don't have anything to do with it.
She came with the intention of taking me back to Britain.
Okay, so Obano said to take you back to Britain.
Yeah, I think that was the intention.
So what happened?
Well, I'm no longer interested.
But so Obano need any bad intention behind now. So no about say intention so about forward. So who say me be say question? So who you sure so Obano share that name out? So I didn't see my Oba Ghana.
Yeah, that one I share that.
It's a fair that no buy no person no come back.
Well, maybe now that I've gone, she's noticing my worth. That if I were there, maybe she wouldn't be facing.
No, or yes, so person no come back. Then they see.
No, I didn't give her the chance.
Why?
Well,
so person go Britain.
No. Once I came, I took, because look, I was a government scholar. I was sent there to learn the thing and come and use it here. So once the thing failed there, I'm not going to force it. I'll come and do the work that the government sent me to do.
Wow.
I won't force anything. If I were to stay there, I would have stayed there. So once I didn't stay, fine, I'll come and do the work there.
It's Uba Ghana for all these years, then away.
Well, I worked with the government. I worked with the fisheries department. Well, that's what I want to study there. So that's why I advised my wife, fine, if Springfield, just go and do that.
Sisi apana then now here.
Well, I wish I could see the children. That is, yeah, that was my main worry. That I haven't seen them for so many. And every attempt I made to contact them through others, the woman will squash it.
But only we are as some say only we are meant to say no. It looks like the point now cano. Obani shouldn't need any bad intention. But later on also about the folk, later also say when you have connection with Nkolano, we change your lines. And the only source I bet me nyano so ye Obano.
No, that I have relatives there. I have my niece there. You know, even I tell her to ask them, but she's always that the woman will not allow.
Sisi ankola ni 30 something. Me just so many mamity.
That is the only thing. That's what the only thing I don't know. And me myself, I'm very worried about why the children don't make any effort even to contact me. Because if they want to, my niece is there.
And our niece, address now,
Stratford, yes, Stratford. So, but my niece didn't live in Stratford.
Okay, but Obano was Stratford.
Yeah.
Now niece
Also
was Stratford.
No, our Britain, our American. Oh yes, of course. I'll do that. I even brought pictures of them.
I want pictures. Okay, you better say even one pictures na they are too outer. And he say almost show I'm link up. I'm free.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
So show.
Yeah,
but the UK or their own call bill.
Oh well, I can't work there. I mean, I've come on pension. Richmond Quarter.
Mr. Richmond Quarter. Mr. Richmond Quarter, and as some of the other two SVTV Africa, where SVTV Africa Connect studio section, and I'll share it. Also, Mr. Baswa. Where the assembly some star be by serious me, Shadan, also here, but where the bottom of the line of the matter is now so you should him. And he say, oh yeah, what's in the Omodini bill?
Joseph and Emmanuel.
Joseph Corte, any Emmanuel Corte, war a UK, Stratford.
Yeah.
And what Papa say, or Pesotemonka. And the
oh, and yes, Stratford. Beckton. Beckton.
Oh, Beckton.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Or some more UK. Emmanuel, Emmanuel Corte, ni Joseph Corte, war Beckton. Right? O UK. O Papa, Shamo. I'll say more the 20 something 30 or to meet me Alec here. No one any man bones one papa. And to meet me I contact SVTV Africa and I'm a good screen so send a you bet me a link here bet me a connect now money needing come up. Better must send more SVTV Africa for DJ Nyame. SVTV Africa Connect, we have studio section. It's always over studio so bet me about studio near Dinkomo. And I'm a good screen so.